Vash! Vash! Yay! Look at that face. Love and peace! Love and peace! Yeah! No wonder everyone's trying to kill him. Have you not seen Trigun? Shame on you! What are we talking about? Trigun! Why am I so excited? Because I kind of have a man crush on Vash. That's right, I said it. Which one of you don't, liar? He's awesome and you know it. Trigun is awesome! Vash is awesome! You love Vash. You love the fact that Vash is a peace-loving guy with a badass gun. As the series progresses, you find out Vash is really sad. Not in a bad way, not like he's pathetic. Like he's sad, like he's got a lot of shit on his mind and a lot of shit to deal with. And you just feel so bad for him. Like, oh my god, you feel bad for Vash. No, I don't give a fuck about anybody else in the anime. When Vash cries, I cried a little. A little bit. A little. He's a man crush. Not my gay lover. A little bit. Trigun is an action anime. 26 episodes long. Frankly, not long enough. I could have sat through 50. Easy. Really fast-paced. Really good music. Very well-placed music. It's all kind of Western-themed music, you know, because it's a Wild West-type show. Except for their weird kind of Scooby-Doo-esque music. I call it Japadoo Scoobanese. When they're solving mysteries. I don't know. Still very enjoyable. This is a futuristic spaghetti western. Trigun feels a lot like Firefly. In a good way. Have you ever seen Firefly? It's amazing, and it feels a lot like Trigun. Wild West style, desert world, awesome. Pow pow! Pew pew! What? So your show actually starts with your two female leads, Meryl and Millie, and they work for the Bernard Daily Insurance Company. They're trying to track down the $60 billion double dollar man, Vash the Stampede, for the destruction of, name it at this point. Name it. He did it. It's not his fault! Get off his back, assholes! And they've been sent to basically keep Vash from getting into any sort of trouble, which doesn't work at all. He's constantly in trouble. There's like 3 episodes where he's kind of at peace, and even those are interrupted with gunfights. I promise. Gunfights. All the time. Most of the time it's because he's, you know, recovering from a previous gunfight, which is almost a near-death experience. Every time. Poor Vash. He's so awesome. He doesn't deserve it. People are so mean to Vash for no reason, even though he saves their asses countless times, super dicks to Vash, and nobody ever apologizes ever. Even when Millie punches him in the face. Millie straight up punches him in the face, and then realizes she was wrong and doesn't apologize. You ungrateful bitch! Vash the Stampede. The $60 billion double dollar man. That's a lot of double dollars. Your main protagonist, the hero of the story, the coolest guy ever. One of the coolest guys ever. No, the coolest guy ever. Man, he makes that coat rock. And those sweet-ass orange glasses and that pimp-ass gun. Man, that gun is sweet. 45 Long Colt. That's a porn star name. And you finally get to see his body, and you realize, well, by this time you've figured out that his arm is mechanical, and his body is shredded! Oh my god, you saw his body and you were like, oh, fuck! He's so modest and good, and for some reason alcohol doesn't seem to actually make him drunk like it does us. Vash is not human. Get that out there. It's from 1998. You should have seen this by now. Shame on you. So you kind of figure out that you're not on Earth just by the fact that there's 2 suns and there's like 3 moons. You find out there's 5 moons. So you kind of get the feeling you're not on Earth. And then episode 17, bang, you're in space. And it's 130 years ago. What? This just got a whole nother level of amazing. Way to tell a story. This is awesome. And this is where you actually meet Vash and his brother Knives. Why would you name a kid Knives? I don't care where he was born. Why would you name a kid Knives? Vash is pretty cool. Knives? Knives. How did you not expect this? How did you not expect that from a kid called Knives? What's the matter with you, Knives? Knives turns out to be a dick in space, which makes him a space dick. Vash is your main character. It's about Vash and his trials and tribulations throughout these 26 episodes. And what happens when you cross paths with Vash while Knives is trying to get him. This is ultimately what the series is about. It's two brothers fighting. And it takes an entire planet. It takes an entire planet. That's the battlefield, right? It's two guys waging war with one another on this planet, and so far a lot of cities have been decimated in the process. Poor Vash, it's not his fault. Yes, shit happens around Vash, but Vash is not the cause. It just so happens to be his brother Knives is a super dick from space. Fucking space dicks. So on the evil twin tiers, we've got Knives, Lore, Evil Abed, Mary Kate. You don't even meet Rem until episode 17. He's just calling out this bitch named Rem, and you've only seen her back up until now. But then you meet Rem, and you're like, okay, Rem's pretty cool. Basically, she is his mom. At least he thinks so. And for some reason, she gave him the hairstyle, which reminds her of her man back home, Guile? You meet Wolfwood. And kind of right off the bat, you like Wolfwood. Wolfwood's pretty cool. He's kind of the same as Vash, but he's not the same. He'll fucking shoot a guy in the face. To save other children, he'll blow a kid away. That's like Wolfwood's line in the sand. He runs an orphanage. He's a man of God. Bow! And he's got a sweet-ass motorcycle with that huge cross weapon. It's a giant gun, or a giant holster of guns, or a rocket launcher. Whatever it needs to be, it's shaped like a cross, which is kind of cool. And he's got it on his sweet motorcycle, and all I thought was, may the cycle of Christ propel you! Which is an awesome tagline. I would have used that. May the cycle of Christ propel you! Yeah, Wolfwood in the sweet black suit. So you like Wolfwood. And Wolfwood turns out to be working for Legato, this asshole. Poor Vash. He just wants to be left alone. He just wants to live in a world without violence and hate. Is that so wrong? Poor Vash. Every time he tries, every time he even gets a piece of that, dashed away by what? Gunfights. Gunfights looking for Vash. Gunfights not looking for Vash. He'll just jump into the middle of a gunfight to save lives. He's just that kind of guy. He doesn't feel anyone has the right to take anyone else's life. That's really noble. This freaking anime is full of moral fiber for you to digest. Moral fiber. So let's talk about technical quality real quick. The animation quality is actually pretty good. It's kind of cheap. Kind of cheap. We're not talking Berserk cheap here. It's way more animated than Berserk. But it's not Studio Ghibli. It's not Studio Ghibli high quality. But it's really good. It's fantastic. The voice acting is superb. There's a couple of side characters you're like, eh. But Vash, that's an amazing job. Millie and Meryl, they do an amazing job. Wolfwood has an amazing voice actor. Same thing with Legato and Knives. Oh my god, these guys are fucking scary and menacing with their voice, okay? Everybody kind of has the same face. Like I said, the animation just a little cheap. They're trying to save as much on it as possible and still tell a good story. I get it. I give them a pass. They did a really good job. There's only like 3 faces. Vash is one of them, Wolfwood is one of them, and then the 2 girls. But they kind of had the same face. But then everyone else is like, whatever, side character face. They all kind of have the old school anime halo, which fits. It doesn't feel out of place. It's not like, why do they have halos? It's such a dark anime. And it is kind of a dark anime. For as light-hearted as Vash appears, it's fucking dark. You feel bad for Vash. People just get murdered around him. It's not his fault. Yes, if I were to give this a likeness to, it starts off all Looney Tunes and ends up all fucking Hamlet style, right? You're like, oh my god, what happened to Bugs Bunny? What happened? Holding up Daffy's skull. Oh my god! That's terrible! Poor Vash. All he wants to do is take care of his brother. My official rating and my unofficial rating system? Worthy. NECA awesome, super worthy. Get it. Enjoy it. Love it. This is AniView by Dave. If you have any questions, comments, confusions, suggestions, put them below and I will get back to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter at AniView by Dave. See you next time. Bang! Do you think I could rock that coat? I think so.